Okay, so when I was in the basement, like I'll never forget going to my best friend Lenny, who I'd only known for like maybe 2 years, and not having a place to live, and him letting me live with him. Right. So he's letting me live with him in his basement, and it's like mom's upstairs, and he's just an amazing guy. And it's like, I should have a job. I'm like 21. Like, I should be paying rent. I should be this. But I had this conversation with him where I was like, look, man, like, if you just give me 1 year, dude, I know this sounds crazy, but if you give me 1 year, and in that year, he clothed me, he fed me, he took care of me. Like, he made sure I had soap to wash my ass. Like, this dude, like, literally took care of me. And almost a year to the day, I signed a major label deal with Def Jam, and he quit his job as a land surveyor for 12 years, and we moved to La La Land, and it was like incredible. But every day was terrifying because it's like, hey man, just give me a year. And it's like, for me, those days were going so quick, and I hated it in the moment, but I loved it at the same time. And what I mean is, like, I hated that, I don't know, one of my songs didn't just blow up immediately. I hated that it felt like forever. I hated that it felt like it wouldn't happen, that it felt like it could happen at any moment, but it was actually happening very slowly. It was a slow burn, you know? It's a marathon, but every young person wants the sprint, you know? I mean, speaking of La La Land, I mean, wasn't that director like 19 or something when he made that movie? Like, we all want that, you know? And as I got older and as things were happening, and I don't want to get too, dive too deep, but it's like every goal I would attain, I was then on to the next one. So because I was just on to the next goal, while working on that thing. So for example, get a record deal. Boom, I got a record deal. So now the next goal is release an album. Okay, so then I'm thinking, I'm working on the album, and I know that I'm going to release that album, but then after that I have to do a successful tour. So then I'm thinking like 3 goals ahead, and in all of it I am ignoring everything in front of me. I'm ignoring the beautiful quality time that I'm spending with my friends in a studio. I'm ignoring the fact that I was damn near agoraphobic and scared of the world, and scared to go outside out of fear of a million and one things that could happen to me or the people I love. And here I am just a few years later, traveling and eating in the Eiffel Tower, and like but I'm not thinking about it. So in present day, I finally have made this leap as an actor and a writer. And long story short, I'm actually writing a film right now that I'm gonna star in, and I'm gonna fund it. I'm gonna do it myself. And everyone's like, "You're crazy," and I'm like, "Fuck you, Kevin Smith, bitch! I'm about to kill this." So, but it is scary to do it. And recently, by now, I think that all the episodes will be out for a show called Mr. Corman on Apple TV, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And I don't know how I did, but somehow me and him became friends, and we'd been friends for a few years. And long story short, I had an opportunity to audition for this crazy character that an entire episode is about. And it is the first thing I'd ever done as an actor. And he was the first one to actually believe in me that I could do this. And I'm on set, and I'm freaking out. And I'm talking to my buddy, Mike Holland. He's my producer at Bobby Boy Productions. Shout out Mike. And Mike is like my producer back in the day. Only now here I am. Then I was 30 on this show, doing something I've only ever dreamed of doing. And I found myself saying, slow down. Because I'm talking to Mike like, dude, we got to do a movie, and I need more roles and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, wait a second, I'm on a fucking movie set right now. Like, I stopped myself and was like, dude, like, I was running these lines and committing them to memory when my wife was in labor. Like, she just needed a distraction from the pain. And I'm like talking about Chili Pepper songs, and it's like, this dialogue and stuff like that. And it was one of the most surreal moments, because I realized what I had stripped from myself of being present and in the moment and enjoying the ride, even though I was terrified because I was dirt broke in Lenny's basement. I could now, in another form, like you had said, another form of creativity, another chapter of my life, I could actually enjoy it.